Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Bruno Pavlovsky gave another interview for Chanel where he talks about the future of Chanel and Chanel's quality. So we're gonna get to the we're gonna read into that. Oh God, you guys, here he goes again, Bruno. But first, subscribe to my channel here on the tubes. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today and gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, Super Dacob, all spelled together there, for extra perks as well. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream every Saturday on my main channel, and you're all welcome to join the live chats and partake in the conversations. So let's cue in the co-chattors. So hello guys. Yeah. Yes, another interview. This one's a doozy. Hello, Chanel. Hello, Dacob. Thank you so much. So love your content. Thank you so much, my love. Poor Bruno, says Aisha. Listen, honey, let me take a little sippy of my coconut water. Not sponsored. I'm just drinking it. I'm saying what it is because otherwise you're going to think, what the hell is this? Get your minds out of the gutter. Hydration is key, you guys. Now listen. This video is sponsored by Art Lovers Unite. You best believe. The video that I made with Vivienne Westwood premiering this summer, 29th of July, at the Melbourne Documentary Film Festival. Get your tickets now at www.artloversunite.com. There's only a few tickets left for that one premiere, and I might just be there with you to do a little meet and greet and Q&A session going on. It's a movie, not a video. Sorry guys, I keep saying video. It's a movie, but I film videos every day, so I keep mixing up video and movie. To me it's the same. Moving pictures, moving videographic pictures. Actually, this was filmed on a digital camera, so technically it's a video. But anyway, call it a movie. Get your tickets now at www.artloversunite.com. Under screenings, there's a few tickets left. See you there. All right, you guys, let's get to Bruno Pavlovsky. Now, MF Fashion posted an interview. I guess they did this interview with him right after his Florence masterclass, after they reshowed the Métier d'Art 2022 collection in Florence, and then he held a masterclass for Chanel, or Chanel held a masterclass with Bruno Pavlovsky and Penelope Cruz and other people for a select audience of fashion students from different universities from Italy. Now, I made a video on that particular masterclass talking about it, where I say, well, it kind of looked like propaganda for Chanel. It wasn't even a masterclass. It literally, like, Penelope Cruz does not manufacture clothes for Chanel. Okay, she just came there to say how much she loves being an ambassador for Chanel. I'm like, I don't care. Like, you're not making the clothes that I'm buying at Chanel. You're not making the brooches, the costume jewelry, the shoes, the bags that are falling apart, allegedly. By the way, everything I say in this video is my opinion only, for entertainment purposes only. I'm sharing just my opinion, not rooted in truth or facts. Everything's alleged, right? So anyway, that was a really sad excuse for a masterclass, my personal humble opinion. But then there's this interview that Bruno Pavlovsky did with Stefano Roncato for, I guess, for MF Fashion. And we're going to kind of see, I'm not going to read all the questions, because like questions like, what does Italy represent to you? I don't care what Bruno answers to that question, because ultimately all Bruno wants is, from what I gather, is he wants to recruit young blood to work for him from all of these universities and potentially, acquire more other ateliers, craftsmanship places that, Chanel can acquire. And they say they're going to protect these little ateliers by, acquiring them. And then they say, they're going to maintain their liberty to work with other brands if they want. But then I think to myself, once Chanel buys you, first you got to do the collection for Chanel. And if you have time left, you get to do stuff for others as well. Just my thought, speculation on this. Obviously, I don't know if this is real. But anyway, so Bruno Pavlovsky, where are you, darling? There he is. I think this is a retouched picture, though. He does look very friendly here. I gotta say, he looks super approachable, super friendly. This is not how he looks like in the video of the masterclass. He looks different there. I think this is a little bit retouched. But anyway. So then they ask him, like, about the partner companies in Italy, that he has 9, or that Chanel has 9 partner companies in Italy. They touch base on that. But what do you see in Chanel's future? And here is where let's see what Bruno answers about Chanel's future. Always being number 1. That's the first thing he says. Okay, the humble modesty of it all. Oh, speaking of humble modesty, by the way, Bruno Pavlovsky has just been also appointed, designated as president of the French Fashion Federation. He just became president of the French Fashion Federation on top of all of this. So he's like at the top of the world right now. He rules the fashion world. So Bruno, who is now the president of the Fashion Federation, says he always wants to be number 1 with Chanel. Continuing this development, creating an emotional link with people, bringing the dream to life, and of course supporting Virginie Viard, creative director of the fashion house, in the best way so that she can continue to design and make us and take us on her path. We hope to represent the best of luxury and in parallel to be the most sustainable. And I'm like, quit dropping that sustainable thing. You know it's just fashion at the moment to talk about sustainability. But anyway, however, it is a long journey. Our job is to convince our partners that we must move quickly in this direction. We have no choice. In parallel, we want to ensure everyone's happiness. Our customers... Oh, here's a not very happy customer, Chanel. The jacket I wanted to buy from this collection, terribly scaled to size. The bag that I bought from this collection, the Métier d'Art 22 bag, is peeling after 20 minutes of wearing it. So no, at the moment, I'm not a happy customer. We want to ensure everyone's happiness. Our employees... Is this why most of the employees that are working for you in the boutiques are quitting their job, Mr. Bruno? Because allegedly, right? But I get messages in from people I know that work for Chanel that are quitting their jobs lately because they're very, very unhappy with the conditions at work. Not being able to take breaks for lunch, not even having enough time to hydrate, to drink water. Girl, Bruno, Listen, Bruno, you have to learn. We're living in social media times. We're not in the 80s anymore. People can share their thoughts through social media, and they do. And there are channels and outlets out there where we can get to the truth, whether you like it or not. And we do get to the truth eventually, allegedly, but just saying. We want our partners to be happy, so we have to motivate them and make sure they are fully happy today. How are customers changing? Are they really more focused on sustainability? This is the next question. And I lost the link. Hold on, you guys. The link is gone, but we'll find it. Don't worry. Okay. How are customers changing? Are they really more focused on sustainability? And then he answers, I think they are changing step by step. When it comes to sustainability, maybe. But when it comes to quality, honey, the prices you demand for your pieces, the least we can expect in return is quality. First of all, they are paying attention to the quality of the product. Oh, okay, you admit to that, Bruno. So we're paying attention. So you know that we're paying attention to the quality. I see. And but do you deliver the quality? Customers are becoming more demanding in general, and in particular with Chanel. I expect they will increasingly demand proof that a material, for example, is sustainable. Okay, let me read this whole paragraph before I start dissecting it. Preparing for this challenge will be complex, but it is very interesting to be part of this change. We also need to prepare all our employees and suppliers to use these tools and make sure they make the right choices. Bruno, honey, let's dissect this thing now. So he says customers are becoming more demanding in general, and especially and in particular with Chanel. Well, first of all, we are, because you kept rising your prices every 2 months. And now bags that used to cost $3,000 are $10,000, but the quality is shit. Sorry, Bruno, but it is. People are returning stuff all the time, complaining about the quality. So we're more demanding. Yeah. If you're going to charge me $10,000 for a double flap maxi, I expect that bag to last me a lifetime. I do. Or at least not to start peeling after 20 minutes, like the 22 bag started peeling after 20 minutes of wearing it that I just purchased from the Métier d'Art collection. I expect they will increasingly demand proof that a material, for example, is sustainable. Bruno, how about you start, first of all, giving us proof that a material is indeed the material that you're saying it is? Because on your website, I can never see you listing the product's materials. You call something leather, but we know very well that in Europe, you're allowed to call something leather even if there's only 1% leather in it. You're not listing the exact materials you're making your bags out of. I, as a customer, would like to know that. I would like to know if you're using full grain leather for your bags, if you're using composite leather, bound leather, whatever type of leather, or pleather. I would like to know. And I would also like to know how you're coating your materials. And don't push this onto sustainability, Bruno. No. Before we get to the sustainability, preserving the environment, hold your horses, Missy. First, can I please know, what the hell are you making your bags out of? Let's begin with that. Once I know that, once I know what I'm giving you $5,000 to $10,000 for, then we can talk about bettering that, making it better, making it more sustainable, less sustainable, what have you. But how about you just begin with the basics, Bruno? How about you begin with the basics? Tell us exactly what materials and to which degree they are authentic materials or compounds or bound materials that you're using for certain products, at least for certain products. Even for your costume jewelry, I want to know which metals are you using, what alloys are you using, what coating are you using, what's the process you're using to coat them. Like, why can't we know that? Why don't you ever offer us this? We don't know that as a consumer. We just don't, because you don't offer that information. And honey, it ain't enough in this day and age to just know, well, you're buying a calfskin bag. You know just as well as I do that saying calfskin is not enough to explain to the customer how you got that hide. Is it full grain? Is it not? Is it composite? Is it bound? You're not telling us that, Bruno. Tell us that. Start with the basics, boo-boo, and then we can move to conversations about sustainability. But first, give us the basics, okay, honey? Now, I expect they will increasingly demand proof that a material is sustainable. Preparing for this challenge will be complex, but it is very interesting to be part of this change. Bruno, again, how about you just tell us what the bags are made of now? That's not that difficult. You just got to be honest and transparent about that. It doesn't cost more than 1 week of work to write for every product on your website exactly what materials are used to make it. Exactly what materials. Not just an overview of the materials, but I want to know to the point. So, anyway, you have recently signed an agreement with the Polytechnic University of Milan. He says, it is fascinating. We started working with the universities a few years ago. We are sure that the future is built there, starting with students. Watching that masterclass felt like, in America, in high school, when the military comes to the high schools and tries to recruit young kids that don't know any better to sign off their lives to go to the military. It kind of felt that way here as well. The interviewer is trying to then kind of get something out of him and says, because students look at things with different eyes. And then Bruno says, exactly, with a different perspective. You do not need to teach them sustainability. They demand it. Again, with the sustainability, how about you make a bag that doesn't fall apart after wearing it once? And I have the feeling a lot of these brands are using this sustainability card as a get out of jail free card. This is really, it's giving me these vibes because I'm like, well, hold on a second here. You can't use this. It's a super easy thing to use as an excuse if you're a major brand. Oh, sustainability, but we're working really hard to change it to make them more this and more biodegradable. Blah. Okay, great. So because you're using biodegradable materials, my bag is going to fall apart in 20 days after purchasing it. So why am I giving you $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10,000 for it? For the logo? No, that's not how it works, honey. The heart of this project, working with students, is to engage the best students and have our employees learn from them. Oh, I see. So you want to learn from the students? So you want your employees that you're paying to steal ideas from the students that you are not paying. Yeah, I've heard that story before. I worked with a person like that once. It was no fun. You are having great success. You have grown by 50% in 2020, and the beginning of 2022 is going even better. What is the secret behind this progression? And then Bruno answers, allegedly, a very solid strategy based on creativity, on having a storytelling impact on the consumer. Virginie is very talented and her work is appreciated by our clients, including the younger generation. Interviewer asks why. Answer, she is a woman who designs for women. She wants to make them happy. She wants Chanel to be at the top, and that makes all the difference. However, there are so many initiatives around that allow us to be strong, and that contributes to our success now. I have nothing against Virginie Viard. I think she's doing a great job designing, and I do believe that her ideas are interesting, but you got to implement quality to those ideas so that the pieces actually have some sort of longevity to them, and scale them to size. I repeat, the jacket that I bought, the knit jacket from Métier d'Art 2022 that I bought, that I pre-ordered, was not scaled properly to a size 50. It just wasn't. It was terribly scaled. It was a huge mistake. And in fact, the boutique apologized to me. And they said, Dacob, we're so sorry. This should not happen. Chanel, Bruno, your employees apologized. It's not like I'm this crazy client who's delusional. The staff, the sales team at Chanel was apologetic about it. They acknowledged the mistake and they're like, wow, we're so sorry about this. This cannot happen. Well, it did happen. You know what I mean? And when you look at a brand like Chanel, sometimes you do not realize all the work that goes into being so big. And then Bruno says, it is never easy, but we are lucky. We have an amazing team. People are happy to be here, except for all of the sales associates that are not happy to be there and are reporting to me that they quit their job just in the past few months, and they keep quitting. You can be very demanding but happy, and people feel that. Even the new generations we interface with must understand that Chanel is demanding, but it is a different company compared to others. Well, I mean, you're not on the stock market. It's privately owned. That makes you different to many other companies. But I do have a feeling, and this is just my feeling, that the people that are happy at Chanel is kind of like the core, tight core of the higher echelons of the teams working there. But everybody else on the extremities of the brand, speaking also of sales associates, because the sales associates in the boutiques are the last wheel of this mechanism. They're not happy. Not at all. A lot of them are not. I mean, so if you're talking about happy people working for Chanel, who are you talking about? Virginie Viard and her core team? The couple of people that work in the maisons, that do the prototypes that then get manufactured elsewhere? They might be happy. Might. I don't know. I haven't spoken to them. But can you say that everybody's happy who works at Chanel, Bruno? The happy people are at the top of the pyramid, says Trinity. You know, what are your thoughts on blockchain? They also ask about blockchain. It is a very good technology. The principle is very interesting. However, we are trying to develop all these projects in our own way without rushing to make the right choices. We have started implementing blockchain by working on material traceability. Okay, so are you telling us that I'm going to be able to trace all the materials that were used to make my bag? But I still, Bruno, before you tell me where the materials were sourced from, I want to know what leather it exactly is you're using. Is it full grain? Is it grade A, B, C, D, E, F, Z? What grade of leather is it? Is it a compound, composite, bound leather? What is it? Before you start telling me you got your sheep from New Zealand, what I want to know is, once you got your hides, how are they made? How are they processed? What exactly is the end consumer getting here? I want to know that. Do you believe in the metaverse? The point is not to believe in it or not. The metaverse is here, and we must find ways to work with it in the best possible way. According to me, we still have to investigate the ethical aspect of all this Web 3.0. Only then we can probably have some good experiences. We are learning. There are so many young geniuses in the world working on this. How Chanel will use new technologies is another story. The arrogance. And listen, and this is something that we also touched base on, remember you guys, with the advent calendar situation. Last year, Chanel's advent calendar. Travesty. How can somebody like Bruno Pavlovsky, who, you know, big brands, all brands, when there's such a terrible, epic mistake like the advent calendar, brands apologize. They do everything in their power to apologize, refund money, do whatever they can do. Instead, we read on my channel a couple of months ago, Miss Thing's apology. It was not an apology. It was like literally saying like, oh, we're sorry that you, the client, did not understand how magnificent this product is. We're so sorry, and we're going to move in a different direction now that you, I'm paraphrasing here, don't understand what beauty and quality means. That type of arrogance is what I feel when I read and hear these interviews. So, I don't believe a word they're saying. I believe they're hiding behind big words like sustainability. It's a flashy word to you. It's very fashionable to use it. But sustainability will not guarantee the quality of the products you're selling, Chanel. Okay? But I do see potential in big brands using the excuse of the sustainability card in saying, well, the product you bought is of inferior quality because we are now working with more sustainable materials and we're developing better technologies to be able to work with good quality sustainable materials in the future. But bear with us as we go together on this journey of developing sustainable materials that also deliver quality. This is what I fear is going to happen. And actually, it's already happening in many cases. Not just talking about Chanel, but where brands literally tell you, well, you know, we're trying to, you know, we're switching to sustainable practices. So the quality is suffering a little bit because we're still not there. We're fine-tuning it. You know, we're in this process of fine-tuning everything. Like, bear with us. I'm like, how many years are you going to use this excuse of sustainability in order to sell us cheaper products for more money? Because that's exactly how I feel is what I feel is happening with many luxury brands at the moment. Again, not just naming this one, but any other brand can potentially be using that sustainability card to be able to get away with what? Greed. To be able to get away with demanding a lot of money for inferior quality products. Bottom line, in the name of preserving the environment. Honey, I just read a week ago, made a video about who Chanel paid out $5 billion in dividends just for the last year. And that was the Wertheimer brothers. They own Chanel. So now they've got $5 billion in the Cayman Islands, allegedly, because people were spending money in Chanel, right? Chanel is now working to be sustainable, but we're getting bags that peel after 20 minutes of wear. Well, it's all in the name of sustainability, honey. Now, something's rotten in the state of Denmark. And as Rose Nyland would say in the Golden Girls, it's not their cheese. It's not their cheese. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Never give up on love and subscribe.